And now the second reading from one of the 66 tales. As soon as the dark sky turned to grey, the large boat began being unloaded. A number of roped plank bridges joined her to the wooden pier. Sailors carried cargo at high speed down them with great dexterity. There was much shouting and oathing and the sound of ropes twanging and the flapping of furled sails. Carts were waiting with teams of horses to take their loads to the merchants' storage cellars. It was noisier than anything the youth had ever encountered. He could not tell the characters of the mariners at first glance, as they were so unlike men he had met. Their faces were pitted and bent and blistered as much as the wood that made up the boat's sides. Mostly they were heavily bearded with yellow teeth from root and leaf chewing. They were hard-eyed, strong and ferocious. Since they snarled and spat constantly, it was difficult for the youth to discern any sense of hierarchy among them. Yet each obviously knew his business, and the boat's hold was unloaded rapidly. The host led them up a swaying bridge where at first the youth had to be conscious of his balance and touch the side ropes for security. Neither his father nor the merchant required such assistance. Once on board, the youth became fully aware of the smells of the vessel. His nose wrinkled at the stale animal stench which issued up from below. There was the smell of pitch and wet ropes, stewed meat and bread from the galley, human sweat as sailors brushed past with their loads, seaweed and soaking wood. Cotton-wrapped bundles passed him that carried their own scented world of herbs and spices. "We're bringing the animals up now," said the merchant trader. "They are our prize cargo. We've had a difficult time with them. They would like to die rather than be incarcerated in the dark. To keep their spirits up, my men had to take each one on deck in turn in its cage, and the men themselves had to be disciplined to stop them engaging the beasts with rough treatment. For sailors are no different from wild creatures, and their own animal spirits become stirred at the sight of their captives, and they would wish to kill them all as if they were still out in the wilderness." So that's the second reading, and the reading is from one of the tales. The first reading is from the overall story that drives its way through the 3 volumes. Inside that story, Camille, who we mentioned, reads the 66 tales. And the 2 sets of narratives come together in the very last chapter of the 3rd book.